Welcome to Trump Wire, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Remember when grabbing a quick bite meant heading to one of a few iconic spots. The Golden Arches, the Red Roof, the Smiling Colonel. These brands were more than restaurants, they were cultural landmarks. But the fast food giants that once ruled are now fighting for survival. Changing tastes, health trends, fierce competition, and delivery apps have shaken the industry. Today we're counting down 10 massive fast food empires collapsing faster than you think. Is your go-to spot in danger? Stay tuned to find out. At number 10 is Subway. Once the king of sandwiches with more locations than any other chain worldwide, its rapid, unchecked expansion led to stores cannibalizing each other's sales, leaving franchisees struggling with high fees and thin margins. The dream of franchise ownership turned into a nightmare for many. Then came fierce competition from fast casual upstarts like Jersey Mike's and Firehouse Subs, offering fresher ingredients and a better experience. Subway's Eat Fresh promise started to ring hollow, especially after public relations crises damaged its image. Since 2015, thousands of U.S. locations have closed. Subway is now scrambling to update menus and remodel stores, but the challenge is huge. Franchisees remain frustrated, and the brand is fighting to stay relevant. Subway's story is a cautionary tale. Rapid growth means nothing if customers start looking elsewhere. Once the king, Subway is now battling just to survive. Number 9 is Pizza Hut, once the go-to for family dinners and birthday parties. Its dine-in experience was iconic, but the rise of Domino's and Papa John's, focused on fast delivery, left Pizza Hut behind. Aging dine-in locations became a financial burden as customers flocked to quicker, tech-savvy competitors. Pizza Hut's slow pivot to delivery and carry-out cost it dearly, with hundreds of classic red-roofed restaurants closing. The brand is now trying to reinvent itself with smaller delivery-focused units. But, in a market it once led, Pizza Hut is struggling to reclaim lost ground. The decline of its dine-in model is a stark reminder. What made you king can also threaten your throne. Pizza Hut's future depends on whether it can adapt fast enough. At number 8, Burger King, the self-proclaimed king of burgers, has lost its edge. While McDonald's modernized, Burger King's locations and menu innovations lagged behind, often feeling gimmicky. Now squeezed by premium chains like Five Guys and social media-savvy Wendy's, Burger King is stuck in the middle. Store closures and bankruptcies among major franchisees have accelerated. The parent company's Reclaim the Flame plan is a desperate attempt to catch up, but the brand is fighting for relevance in a crowded market. The once mighty king is losing ground in his own kingdom. Burger King's throne is far from secure. Number 7 is Quiznos, whose toasted sandwiches and quirky ads made it a sensation in the early 2000s. At its peak, Quiznos had nearly 5,000 locations and seemed poised to overtake Subway. But a predatory business model forced franchisees to buy overpriced supplies, crushing their profits. Lawsuits and discontent followed, and as the 2008 financial crisis hit, customers fled to cheaper options. The collapse was swift, from thousands of stores to just a few hundred, mostly in airports and gas stations. Bankruptcy in 2014 sealed its fate. Quiznos' story is a textbook case of corporate greed destroying a beloved brand. Mismanagement and disregard for franchisees led to its implosion. The toasted sandwich king became a cautionary tale. Quiznos shows how quickly a fast food empire can crumble from within. Number 6 is Boston Market, once the go-to for home-style rotisserie chicken and comfort food. In the 90s, it thrived by offering healthier, wholesome meals, but supermarkets soon offered similar rotisserie chicken, often cheaper and more convenient. The rise of fast, casual competitors like Panera and Chipotle made Boston Market's menu and atmosphere feel dated. Overexpansion led to bankruptcy in 1998, and a series of ownership changes failed to revive the brand. Lawsuits, unpaid vendors, and abrupt store closures have plagued the chain. From over 1,200 locations, Boston Market has shrunk to a fraction of its former size. The brand's inability to evolve left it behind as the world of convenient meals changed. Boston Market's story is a warning: comfort food alone isn't enough. Without innovation, even a great concept can fade away. Boston Market is now a shadow of its former self. At number 5, Steak 'n Shake, famous for steak burgers and milkshakes, struggled with razor-thin margins and an outdated sit-down model. Rising costs and reluctance to raise prices put immense pressure on the business, while competitors streamlined with drive-thrus and mobile ordering. Steak 'n Shake stuck with slow, labor-intensive service. Hundreds of locations closed as the company tried to shift to a franchise and counter-service model. The pandemic made things worse, and many stores never reopened. The brand is now trying to cut labor costs with kiosks, but risks alienating loyal customers. Steak 'n Shake's troubles show nostalgia and low prices aren't enough to survive. Adaptation is key, or you'll be left behind. Number 4 is Ruby Tuesday. Once a staple of American casual dining with its famous garden bar, the rise of fast casual and chef-driven local restaurants made Ruby Tuesday's identity feel bland and outdated. Constant rebrands and menu overhauls only confused customers. Many locations, often in declining malls, became dark and uninviting. After years of declining sales, Ruby Tuesday filed for bankruptcy in 2020, closing nearly 200 restaurants. The chain's future is uncertain, with a much smaller footprint and little brand identity left. Ruby Tuesday's decline shows that without a clear reason to exist, customers move on. In the fast casual era, it's become a ghost of its former self. Number 3 is Sbarro, the pizza chain synonymous with mall food courts. Its strategy, serving ready-made pizza in high-traffic malls, worked brilliantly in the 80s and 90s, but as malls declined and foot traffic vanished, Sbarro's captive audience disappeared. The food, never considered gourmet, began to seem subpar compared to new, fresh pizza concepts. Sbarro's reliance on dying malls led to 2 bankruptcies and hundreds of store closures. Attempts to reinvent with open kitchens and updated menus haven't shaken its mall food image. Sbarro's story is a lesson in the dangers of putting all your eggs in one basket. The brand's association with a fading retail era is hard to escape. Sbarro's shrinking empire is a direct result of failing to adapt. Sometimes, the environment you thrive in can also be your undoing. Number 2 is Tim Hortons, a Canadian icon that struggled to expand beyond its home turf. After being acquired by Restaurant Brands International, Tim Hortons pushed for rapid US expansion, but American coffee drinkers already had their favorites, and Tim Hortons failed to stand out. The brand's menu and identity didn't translate, and cost-cutting measures hurt quality even in Canada. Franchisees revolted, and stories of declining food and service quality spread. In the US, many locations quietly closed after disappointing sales. Even in Canada, the brand's reputation has taken a hit. Tim Hortons' struggle shows that brand loyalty isn't easily exported. What works at home can flop abroad, especially when corporate priorities clash with brand values. Tim Hortons' icy reception in new markets is a cautionary tale for global expansion. At number 1 is Hardee's, once a major burger contender alongside Carl's Jr. Its edgy, controversial ads gave it a distinct identity, but that approach quickly became a liability. The brand struggled to find a new image, leaving it with little recognition outside its regional strongholds. Franchisee struggles and bankruptcies have led to widespread closures. Hardee's is now a shrinking, fragmented brand with weak national presence. It lacks the innovation, social media savvy, and cult following of its rivals. The menu, once known for indulgent burgers, now feels generic in a crowded market. With fewer locations and a fading identity, Hardee's is on the brink. Hardee's hard times make it our number 1 fast food giant in danger of collapse. There you have it. 10 fast food giants on shaky ground. Their stories show that no brand is too big to fail if it can't adapt. Some may reinvent themselves, but others could become just memories. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.